Hello, guys. Welcome or welcome back to our channel. My name is Yassmine. I'm from Tunisia. We're here today at the COEX Mall. We're trying to interview people and ask them about international dating. Please make sure you subscribe, you hit the like button, you comment, and share. Let's go. Would you ever be okay with dating a foreigner guy? If yes, what are the countries or one country that you're most interested in?
I would say I'm highly influenced by America, so I would say American guys I can easily date, but other country guys, I think I have to learn more of like cultural differences. Yeah.
Definitely, yes. It's more depending on what kind of person he is. And I think I am more attractive to Canadian or Americans because I lived in Canada for a long while. So, yeah, it's more familiar to me.
Actually, I don't mind about countries, and I love religion boys because they are really handsome. Like for my for my opinion, I think religion like boys is more hot than Korean boys, and I love to use English, like and more than Korean. So, and I have like dream future for like living in abroad. So I love to like date in religions.
Do you mind me asking if you have any experience in dating like a foreigner? Any experience?
No, I don't have experience, but I really want to.
Okay, so what are the things, for example, that you heard from other people about certain like country guys that like made you more interested in these people?
Actually, I had a friend like who lived in Czech Republic, and I lived in Moscow for 3 years, and I had really good memories in there. So I would like to like make friend or like boyfriend like with religions.
Would you mind like if I ask you, would you ever be okay to date a foreigner guy?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the country you're most interested in? Like you think like you really want to date a guy from there?
Actually, I think the South American guys the most sexy,
Oh yeah.
or Spanish or something. I think.
So it's all about physical appearance,
Yeah.
right? Uh, but what about culture?
Culture, Latin culture. Yeah, because I think so. They are so cool and respect their personality time. So I think it's good.
Oh, that's really good. What about like the language barrier, like the language problem? Do you think there will be language problem?
Actually, the language is not a big problem. I think.
Yeah, you speak English so good, so yeah.
No, I'm not good at.
But like, would you consider like dating a foreigner guy seriously, like long term or just short term?
Short term is the long term. Long term is good.
Long term, so more serious
Yeah,
relationship.
more serious.
I think the one thing that is different is like Korean guys tend to like texting their girlfriends all the time and they keep in touch all the time. And if like we can't get in touch for like, I don't know, for like an hour or two, they'll get kind of like upset. But like for Canadian Americans, is a little different because it's more like a freestyle.
Do you have any experience in dating Korean guys? Actually, Korean guys, like born here and raised here.
Yes, yeah, yeah. My ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, and okay, how would you describe the relationship in like few words?
Mama boy.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a big word there. When you were in the relationship, did you see it like it's gonna be something like long term, or you knew it was gonna end?
I usually going like a relationship, like always a serious relationship. My last relationship was like, last about like 4 years. Um, but yeah, we were planning to get married, but you can't marry a mama boy, I think.
But between you and these American guys, is there any like cultural differences or language barriers or anything?
Of course, there's language barriers, but I think at some point it's little bit easier to communicate when you think about like Korean languages. Like sometimes you have to speak in like respective ways, but we don't have that kind of thing. So I feel like my unconsciously it's better to like talk because I don't feel like the age gap sometimes. Yeah.
So you would say that you feel more like laid back in a relationship with the American guy.
Because like if he's older than me, if the Korean guy's older than me, like there's a barrier that I have to call him like oppa and stuff. So there I can't feel 100% free to say anything that I feel. Yeah.
And also, do you have any experience in dating foreigner guys?
Which one?
Any country that you dated.
Yeah, recently I have dated a French guy, and it was very interesting because they don't really text a lot. Like I looked up the survey, and it says like they text 1 or 3 times a day, and it's like 33% of people, young people, like text like that. And I was like, but like it's 2023. But yeah, it was interesting experience.
Any other like guys from any other countries that you dated and you found like the relationship fascinated, or and like a negative experience too would do.
I would say I just went on one date with Italian guy, and he was very, picky. So like he didn't like Asian food. Yeah, like he has like the pizza. He has his own principle, but like Korean pizza is like completely different, right? So he couldn't understand that, and he didn't like the visual of Asian food. So I was like, he can be a nice person, but we can't really date long.
So you don't see yourself like dating long term. You didn't see yourself dating long term with this guy, right?
Maybe other Italian guys might be different, but this experience I could tell because I love Asian food. I love KBBQ, so.
Everybody does. Who doesn't? Thank you. Nice to meet you, girls. So today, our topic is about international dating and due to your young age. So the question is going to be in the future. Would you like be okay with dating a foreigner guy?
Well, I don't care. Yeah.
For me, I don't want to date international people. I mean, no offense, like it's not being racist or anything, but I just prefer like people who's able to speak my mother tongue.
So for you, like the cultural difference and the language barrier are like really like how can I say important problem. So you want to avoid it.
Not really like cultural barrier, but then I would say language. Language.
But you speak fluent English. You think like you would be more comfortable like speaking Korean with your partner?
Yeah, I prefer that.
What about like the dating culture? Because like here in Korea, the dating like is really different from dating in like America, no?
Yeah, so I actually go to international school, but I wouldn't say kids in my school are nice. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you please let me know your opinion?
I also prefer Korean guys because I think the language barrier is also a big problem. And if it isn't American guys, then I can't really like speak with other like country people. So
What about like other country guy, but he's fluent in English like yourself?
I think that would be fine. But yeah, I still prefer like Korean.
Today we're trying to ask actually Korean girls about international dating. So the first question is, will you ever be okay with dating a foreigner guy?
Yes, definitely. Yes, I have lots of experience with a foreigner guy because I lived in New Zealand for 3 years and I just came Korea last February. So yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think English boys are like the most personally because I think their accent's like really posh and it's handsome. I think they're really handsome.
Oh, so do you have any experience in dating English guys?
Um, does 5 years old count?
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't count really. Yeah. But like, do you think is there any like cultural boundaries or like I don't know, like cultural problems when it comes to dating like foreigners?
I think like older people might be like kind of they might seem to have some like boundaries and they might have some I don't know like my parents I think they really love like foreign people but sometimes there are things that just people can't understand about other countries and stuff so yeah I think there are some boundaries.
Definitely. So on the long term, you don't see yourself like staying like long term with a foreigner, or
My dream is actually to live outside of Korea.
yes.
Yeah, so I I just I do imagine myself with like other foreign people. Yeah, so yeah.
Um, Now I'd say England because I just met an England guy recently, and I think he's really kind and gentle.
Would you say that his behavior is like so like how can I say elegant and posh or something?
Oh yeah, very posh.
That's the term, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I think Frenchman is good because my professor is French and he's gentleman.
Like you mean like he's like gentleman with the girls, or like in his behavior in general, like he's
Yeah, everyone.
oh, that's really interesting. So, like, how can I say? Is there any like, do you think like in like international relationships, do you think that there's like cultural differences, language barrier, these things? Do you think that there will be like a problem?
I don't think language would be a big problem if you can like speak common language like English or Korean or both. But I think cultural barrier can be hard to overcome in some cases.
Ah, yeah, that's true. And what do you think?
I think so too, because communication is so important in these days. And then maybe I think it's important to other culture.
Yeah, and also, would you ever consider like this, like international relationship, like serious, like long term, or would you just consider it like a short term, just an experience, you know?
I have only like dating experience for a short
No,
time.
no, I mean like in the future.
Yeah, in the future, I'm definitely looking for like someone for long term.
Oh, long term.
Yeah.